Hey Aries, we're going to do your weekend real quick here, see what we got going on for you. We have the Tower and Three of Pentacles. Now remember, we're talking about a weekend. Everyone sees the Tower and likes to freak, but we're not going to do that because Nine of Cups. Huh? So whatever gives makes way for new stuff, and we are talking about a weekend, right? Okay. So, the Tower, Three of Pentacles. Potentially there's an apology card, you know, an apology aspect to the Three of Pentacles where it's like, oh baby, I'm sorry. But there's also a collaborative aspect in working on something. So I feel like with the Tower, something comes down, you know, kind of on its own, like it's, you know, this tower's getting shot down. But with the Three of Pentacles, it's like, let's work on this. Like, I'm sorry. You know, you kind of get what you want out of it. I almost feel like this is a realization coming from someone else where they're like, oh, and you're like, uh-huh. So, because then you have Strength and Six of Cups. So I feel like something is kind of coming full circle and you're kind of getting what you want out of it. And with the Strength card, you're not rubbing it in, but you're also like, yeah, that's what I thought. There's, you know, you're not being smug or gloating, but I mean, I really think in a way you're kind of holding your mouth. You're just like, shh. But the Prince of Swords, Nine of Cups, I feel if this is not completely out in the open, you could be catching wind of this downfall or the you know, I'm going to say downfall sounds so dramatic, but you know, you could be, you know, seeing that this person is kind of screwing up, or you hear it through the grapevine, or you know, they just don't look like they're doing so good on their social posts, or what, you know what I mean? There's just something where you're like, uh-huh, that's what I thought. And then when it comes back around, you're like, oh wow, hey, how are you? And like, you don't really let on. Prince of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Yeah, and then someone kind of wants to have a reunion. You have like baby reunion, and then it goes to Six of Cups, which is like, I want this back. And Prince of Pentacles, they might be slow to admit it, you know, and this guy also has his arms crossed, like, meh, meh, meh. So I feel like they are going to have a little bit of a tude to them. But with the Strength card, you're like, okay. Six of Cups, what is Aries expecting about this here? Princess of Swords, ouch. So yeah, with the Princess of Swords, you know, you have the prince and then you have the princess. There's still like an edge to it. You know, she doesn't look like she's really in the mood for games or fooling around, or like, you know, if you're going to come at me, you better be doing it right, because here's the Seven of Cups. You can see this person's like groveling here. I mean, I'm not going to say you're going to make them grovel, but I mean, at the same time, you know, it's just like they want this from you, and you're like, okay, we'll see. I just want one on the Seven of Cups, because you have options. King of Swords. I feel like you get to make the call, Aries. Like, you're the one in the driver's seat on this, and I'm liking that. Because, you know, if they're coming with their little pentacle, their little Prince of Pentacles, just like bebopping along, and they know, like back here, I mean, they had a tower. That's a big tower. And they're like, oh, I should have worked on it with Aries. Should you? Because I don't know if you're 100% running back into it. Here's the Fox. You're not going to be dumb about it. Whatever little offer comes ka-tinking in, like, tink, 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 hello. What are you going to do about it? You're going to recognize it. You're going to take the, I was going to say accolades, but you're going to be like, yeah, I know. Because here's the fish. It's not like you're being stone cold, because the fish is emotions and things. Give me one on this offer. But like, you're going to be like, oh, you recognize it now? Because here's more shepherd energy. The shepherd, you know, doesn't want to have to fix stuff. They only really jump in if something's going wrong, or like, you know, I mean, it's not that you're callous or you don't care, but you're also not throwing yourself into a situation where if it's like the same thing over again, you're not going to do it, because here's the Clover, the Tower, and the safe. Something, you know, it's obviously important to you. This is like the short-term Wheel of Fortune. And the Tower is the commitments. It's very Hierophanty. And then the safe is what you keep locked up. So I don't think you're, you know, handing over keys to the castle immediately. You're just like, we'll see. There's a big we'll see. Here's the big Wheel of Fortune card, the lilies. I feel like you're going to let it kind of ride a little bit. And you're not going to be a jerk about it, but you're also not going to go all in. You'll feel it out. The garden, you're still going to be putting yourself out there. Social situations, you might agree to see them in some kind of like, social setting. So it's not that one-on-one, like, I'll hang out with you, but it has to be with our friends. Or I'll go out, but it has to be at like this restaurant where I know so-and-so is going to be. There's just like, you're not putting it all on the table yet. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.